One of the hardest parts about finding a mortgage is who's going to give you that loan. Who's the lender that you can trust? There's a lot of people online that will try to wave the flag and get your attention, but who can you trust? Who is not spammy? We had a good question that came in that I want to run by Bill Litton today. We'll do that next. Hello, welcome in. This is the Smart Mortgage Show. I am Ben George. He is Bill Litton at Cross Country Mortgage. I know we cover a lot of different mortgage lending conversations and topics, refinancing, home buying, and hopefully this is of value to you. If you do find value in all the videos that we do, please hit subscribe on the channel. We'd appreciate your support and leave a comment. We got some feedback today I want to run by you, Bill. It's a good question because everybody wants to find a good lender. And I want to ask you this question and kind of go back and forth with you and discuss it a little bit. But here's, I thought it was interesting because I think a lot of people can probably relate to this question. I found the process of using LendingTree and Bankrate very discouraging, as some of the banks they recommend seem very spammy. How could I find a trusted mortgage lender who offers good rates, but is also not spammy? So let's start with LendingTree and Bankrate. I know anybody watching this is familiar with them, but explain who they are and what they do.
So LendingTree and Bankrate are really, shopping malls, so to speak, where a lot of lenders have their storefront. And it's just a website where you can look at multiple lenders, take a look at their quotes. Also, if you fill out an application, multiple lenders will reach out to you with loan information that you've requested. So that's the basic structure of those marketplaces.
So in this question, when this person says they feel very spammy, I'm assuming that's just because as soon as you type your information in, you drop your email, your contact, and you hit send, and usually I think that's probably just to try to reveal what the quotes actually are, you automatically just get bombarded with communication, right?
Bombarded. What a great word. Absolutely bombarded. And we hear, sometimes a customer before they get to us will be like, we were on LendingTree and we literally got bombarded by 20 different lenders calling 5 times a day. And these lenders are on these dialer systems where it just dials and dials until someone picks up, multiply that by 10 lenders. And so in theory, if you talk to a lot of people, you're going to get a lot of different options. And I don't think options are a bad thing. But when you're being bombarded like that from a marketplace where, I like to kind of distinguish between a customer and a client. A customer, is somebody who goes into a convenience store and buys a pack of gum or buys gas or buys groceries. It's very quick. They're looking for the quick sale. They're not really invested the way, an attorney, a CPA, a trusted mortgage advisor, a trusted realtor. They have clients. They spend a lot of time. It's not this quick, hey, let me get you on the phone, get your information, and spam you with a bunch of quotes. It's more about digging deep to learn, understand the difference between what the customer might think they need and what they actually need, because we spent the time and we went deep with them. So when they say it's spammy and they're, barraged and bombarded, that it's a completely different culture and a completely different way of doing business. And let me just, none of these things are 100% bad. I mean, not all lenders on LendingTree or Bankrate are bad, but if you look at the percentage of people that actually get in the end what was quoted, it's probably 50-50. And there's been some research and studies on that. And 50-50 is not really a good ratio for something this important, right? 50-50 that you got in the end what you were quoted, that's really poor. Right. That's not something you want to count on for a purchase this big.
No, it's not. And it's not a good experience either for people that a lot of times just want information. And then all of a sudden they feel like they're just being targeted over and over and over again. It reminds me of a time where I just inquired about health insurance in the marketplace one time as I'd moved states and had left a past employer. And I was just like, let me just see what's out there. And this has been like 5 or 6 years now, Bill. And I still get text messages about, hey, if you're still interested in the marketplace, let us know. We'll talk insurance options with you. And it's just like never ending. And it's that same kind of experience. And that's a big part of it, right? Is you want to be able to have a relationship. You may not think about that as much with a mortgage lender, but that's kind of the position you're always in, is you want to kind of build that relationship, understand who someone is, get their full picture, rather than just trying to stick them in a product or sell them a loan option that maybe doesn't fit them best. So it takes us to that ultimate question though, Bill, then, is how do you find that trusted mortgage lender who's going to offer you those good rates, but also not going to hit you and bombard you with texts and emails and phone calls?
Yeah, I believe that you want to work with somebody local, because proximity has power, right? And I work only locally for the most part. If I have a customer that's buying something in Florida, certainly we worked locally first and we have a relationship. But, the value of that proximity and that relationship is everything, and somebody that's on the other side of the country or even in a different country. And look, I'm not saying that it's a business model and it's legal and it doesn't make them a bad person, but their level of investment, when I invite all of my realtor partners and clients to an event and I need to see them face to face, surely you're not going to do that with people that you've taken advantage of or mistreated. In fact, they wouldn't come, but if they did, maybe they're coming just to express their disdain for the service that you offered, right? A lot of these companies, I think they hide behind telephones and email. We offer every one of our clients to come into the office, and at the very least, let's do a Zoom where we get face to face. And I think that breaks down barriers and helps with trust and helps them to know that we're real people on the other side of the phone or the Zoom meeting. So I feel like it's work local with a trusted person that's got a lot of local reviews. They're known in your community, or they were referred by a trusted advisor.
Yeah, I think this day and age too, Bill, it's hard to take anything for face value if you can't see it in person, right? You don't know who you're talking to, if it's an actual person, if it's an AI voice, whatever it is. Just being in person with someone and making that connection is very powerful, even more so than it's ever been. So I think that's good advice. Local is powerful. Anything else you'd add to that, Bill? I think that's a great place to start. And we know we've covered this a little bit in some past videos. So please go back through the catalog on YouTube, find a topic that maybe you're curious about it and start there. But anything else you do to recommend someone who's in the market right now, wants to find someone to work with, but doesn't really know where to start?
Yeah, I would just say ask questions. How long have you been a lender for? And how many people do you work with per month, per year? Are you part-time or full-time? How does your company work? Do you work with multiple lenders or just one lender? I think those are a lot of really good questions to begin with. And then it's, hey, what's your availability? If I'm making an offer at night or on the weekend, are you going to be available to help me? Most of the online lenders are 9 to 5, and many are prohibited for working outside of those hours. We are not. We work, 20. There's always somebody on staff 7 days a week who is available to help with whatever your need is. So that's really important, because most people, they buy homes and look at homes when they're not working, which means when most people are not working, we need to be working. So that's really important, availability as well. So ask that question along with the other questions that we talked about, and you're going to get a feel for the way that they answer those questions. Is that acceptable for what your needs are? And your needs are really important in this home buying process.
Yeah, and a lot of times you can sit down with them, just an introductory meeting. I know you offer that, Bill, cross country free 15-minute mortgage and loan consultation where you get to learn more about them, have that face-to-face conversation, and really trying to get a feel for who they are before you even start saying, hey, this is a great product for you.
Yeah, our initial consultation, we learn a lot, and then we know exactly, all right, this is where we need to go with the next steps, and we will advise you appropriately based on that first conversation.
Awesome. Best way to start is by going to smartmortgageshow.com. All the contact info is in the show description. So if you're listening on podcasts or watching on YouTube, check it out there. Get in touch with Bill. Take advantage of that if you want to sit down and learn more about what him and his team can offer you for your next loan that you're hopefully going to secure that home you've got your eyes on. But again, this is a great question. We appreciate the feedback. And I know a lot of people are in the similar boat of searching online, looking for things, but just be careful by using some of these services. You might end up being hit with these spammy banks, but they're not all bad, but some information, some clarity, hopefully, on what the process behind the scenes looks like. And as always, Bill, we thank you for your time, and anybody, again, reach out Cross Country Mortgage and subscribe to this channel. We'd appreciate your support.
Thanks so much. We appreciate it. Reach out anytime. We are always happy to hear from you.
This program is for informational purposes only. Please consult a qualified professional before taking any action. Bill Litton is a loan advisor and regional president with Cross Country Mortgage, NMLS number 147060.